Hey, Facebook. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where in the country you are today. I just wanted to come on and share this exciting opportunity so that you can see what's happening. Hi, Susie, great to see you. I wanted to jump on and share this exciting opportunity that is coming up for you to work with me, collaborate with me, and become a bestseller. Hi, Anthony, great to see you. Hi, Marvin, how are you? So I don't know. I know it's rainy here too. It's rainy and it's cold. Hi, Keith. How are you, my friend? Great to see you. Congratulations on all the amazing things that you are doing. I am so proud of you. Hi, Heather. How are you? Love the church. I have to come out and visit you and Pastor Frank soon and just be a part of what you guys are doing in New Jersey. So proud of you guys as well. Hi, Ron. How are you? So I wanted to jump on today and just talk about something that I have coming up, and it would be such an amazing opportunity for you guys to collaborate with me on this project. Last year, I did my very first anthology, and that was called Finding a Path to Victory. We had 9 authors as a part of that anthology, and of course, we launched it earlier this year, and every co-author became a bestseller because that book was #1 in 3 categories on Amazon. So for those of you that don't know me, let me just introduce myself. Hi, Tanika. I am Joan T. Randall. I am a 4-time best-selling, award-winning author. Yay! And so I'm a speaker as well, international speaker, keynote speaker, and a personal development and professional development coach. So bottom line is I help people write their books. I help people get clear so that they can focus on the purpose that God has for them so they can serve the people that they are called to serve. That is my ministry. And yes, I got here because of pain, and the very same thing that caused me the most pain in my life, the most pain, the most heartbreak, the most setback. I was a victim of domestic violence, and I was a person that was homeless. And as a result of those things, I stand now on this very same thing that almost destroyed me. And that's what I use now as my purpose, because what I know is true is that all of those setbacks was preparing me for trajectory. Everything that brought me down was preparing me for shooting forward. Because it's one thing, if you look at an arrow, and I'm taking this quote from my friend, Pastor Pridgeon, if you look at an arrow, a bow and an arrow, that arrow can't go anywhere unless you pull it back, right? Unless you pull it back. So you've got to pull it back first for it to go forward. So don't despise the things that have set you back, because when you go through a setback, it is preparing you for moving forward, right? For ascension, for growth. And so I really want you to understand this. Hi, Wilbur, how are you? Hey, Michelle, great to see you. Hi, Brian Lee. Angela Wyatt, hi, Mommy. How is my godson? I hope he is doing well. So this opportunity is the second one in this series. So in the Victorious You series, I'm doing a trilogy. So the first anthology was called Finding a Path to Victory. There were 9 authors. The stories are incredible. If you don't have that book, I would advise you to either go on my website, joantrandall.com, and purchase the book there. I'll autograph it for you and ship it out to you. Or you can go on to amazon.com and just put in Finding a Path to Victory, and the book will pop up and you can read it. The stories are absolutely amazing. So now we're in the second phase of this trilogy, right? And the second book is called The Ascension. The Ascension, from void to victory. Hi, Paulette, how are you? And pretty much what it is about is the very same thing that almost take you out is that thing that you will stand on now and give God the glory and show people that that same thing that brought you down is what you're using now to walk in your purpose, right? The ascension is taken from the Psalms, right? Psalms 121 through Psalms 131. I think those group of Psalms are called the ascension. And basically it just means looking higher, growing, growth. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. That's ascension. That is growing. That is giving all honor to growth and aspiration and climbing. And so that is what I'm offering you now, to collaborate with me, to be a part of the second series in my trilogy of anthology called The Ascension. So I am looking for people. You don't have to ever write a book in your entire life. I am giving you the opportunity to become a best-selling author by writing one chapter. That's all I'm asking for, one chapter. And it could be anything that you have experienced in your life that really was something that was so significant. And because of that one thing, that changed your entire life, right? That changed your entire life. Domestic violence and homelessness, like, changed my life because I left Jamaica. I came here and that was what I faced. And today I am at a totally different level. God has elevated me. And now I speak about domestic violence. I have workshops about domestic violence, and I help women who have come out of domestic violence situation get clear and find the purpose why they're here. Because the devil doesn't necessarily do all of that stuff. Sometimes God just wants to test us to see if we are capable of being faithful to him. And I'll give you an example. If you look at Joseph, and that's my man, Joseph in the Bible, right? And the very same thing that Joseph's brothers hated him for and threw him in a pit is the very same thing that got him elevated to be second in command in Pharaoh's palace. His dream, the dreamer that he was, right? So that's why his brothers hated him and they threw him away in a pit. And in those 13 years of Joseph's life, from the pit to the prison to the palace, was 13 years. And the very same thing that caused him heartache and pain is the very same thing that got him to be number 2 in command. See, God knew all along that that was his purpose, but he needed to test Joseph to see if Joseph would still be humble had he not gone through some things, right? And so sometimes when we go through difficulties, it is a test, right? So don't despise those tests. Just stand firm, stand in your faith, and know that even if you're in the fire, God is in you. God is with you. He ain't leaving you anywhere. Yes, sometimes he feels like he's not around, but trust me when I tell you, he is there with you. I just want to say hello to some people that have joined. Hi, Sharice, great to see you. Hi, Letitia, nice to see you. I miss you. Hi, Liberty, great to have you join us. So again, if you have had some difficulties in your life and you've been able to turn that around, and now you are doing something to change other people's life, or just something to change your life, or the reason why your life is changed is because of that circumstances, then I'm inviting you to be a part of this. So if you've gone through incarceration, drug addiction, losing a child, whether it's through infertility, childbirth, or losing a child to a spouse, losing a child to the state, mental illness that you may have gone through, domestic violence, homelessness, whatever it is. If you have had that setback, that adversity, and now you're standing on it, and now you're being you have become successful, or now you are victorious based on those pains, I am offering you the opportunity to be a part of the second series of the trilogy in my anthology. And there's a ton of benefits that comes with it, right? A ton of benefits. And you may sit there and say, why, Joan? Well, I have worked for publishers. I've worked for publishers. I've worked for traditional publishers, will not really work, but be independent contractor. I've worked for hybrid publishers, and I've also worked for independent publishers. You can call them whatever name you want to call them. And I have also published my own book. So right now I have 4 best-selling books, and I won an award for one of the books, and I'm up for another award in 2019 for this book that came out this year, The Pathway to Victory. So, and then I have 3 books coming out next year. And trust me, every book I put out becomes a bestseller. Why? Because I know the strategy. Why? Because I know how to market it. And just so you know, hi, Sister Kim, how are you? And just so you know, my very first book that I put out in 2016 was what I built my brand on. I put it out scared. I had no idea what was going to happen. It was the first time I was writing it. I cried when I sent it off to the publisher because I had no expectation of what the book was going to do. And then when the book launched on February 13th, on the birthday of my daughter, it became a bestseller on Amazon within 4 hours. And I just pushed that book. I just pushed it. I created workshops. I did speaking engagements. And I didn't know that that was called marketing. And I marketed that book to the point where churches bought stacks of books from me to do the whole 90-day series. And that's when I realized I am onto something. And then every holiday, I sell those books and create bundles, t-shirts, bookmarks, cups, all bags. And so I understand what it means to market your book. Yes, Sister Kim, I was so scared. So if you've never written a book, but you have thought about it and you say, Joan, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, that is fine. I have an interest meeting coming up on November 27th at 7 p.m. And I'm going to share with you what it means to be a part of an anthology, what it means to be a part of a collaboration, because some people say collaboration, some people say anthology. Well, for me, an anthology means you get to even have your own vanity cover on the book, where you have your own picture on the cover of the book, that whole 9 yards. So there are benefits also. And I do 3 separate training in the Facebook group. So we'll have a Facebook group. I'll have 3 training, and the training is amazing. It's 3 one-hour training that you get as a part of the book. You also get a certain number of books free, right? And this time for the second anthology, we are doing something at the end that is going to blow your mind. I can't even divulge that information. And only the people that have decided to sign up and join and be a part of this anthology will experience what we will do at the launch of the book, because it's going to be more than a book launch, right? There's something else that's coming with that as well. And of course, I'll teach you how to do a best-selling campaign, because there is a strategy for making your book bestseller, right? And people think that you got to sell a whole bunch of books to make a bestseller. Absolutely not. So we will teach you the strategy of how to make that happen. We'll have a writing coach on the call to talk to you about how to frame your story. If you want to write 1 chapter versus an entire book, how do you take that story that you want to share and still make it meaningful in 1 chapter versus an entire book? Hi, Pastor Tommy Copeland. How are you, sir? Hey, cuz, great to see you. Thank you for joining. And how do you get credibility, visibility as an author? An author is a business card. A book is now a business card. Trust me when I tell you, a book is a business card. If someone wants you to come and speak on their stage, if someone wants you to come and be a panelist, and there are 2 of you vying for that, and you have all the education and the PhD and whatever you have, and I have nothing, but I'm a best-selling author, and you have all of the education and don't necessarily have a best-selling book, Trust me, there's a toss-up about who they would choose. And 9 out of 10 times, they're going to choose the one that has a best-selling book because you appear to be a resident expert of that particular thing that you wrote about, right? Every person has a book inside of them. And it's an incredible way to leave a legacy. Trust me, it's an incredible way to leave a legacy, because once you are an author, you will forever be an author, especially if you have your own ISBN number. That means you are registered at the Library of Congress. So many people go online and upload their book to CreateSpace and allow CreateSpace to just put an ISBN number on it. That means it's owned by Amazon. So how do you get your own ISBN number so that you can say, hey, listen, I am registered with my number at the Library of Congress. So this is the opportunity I want to provide for you. And I'm a girl about the underdogs. I love the underdogs. I love the people that are like, you know, on the bottom of the totem pole that's saying, I want to write a book, but it seems so big. It seems so unreachable. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I am your girl. I am your girl. I'm going to be down there in the trenches with you, making it happen. I look like a biker chick today. Listen, that's my alter ego. My alter ego is a biker chick, right? Riding motorcycles, riding a Harley. That was the first thing I learned to ride in Jamaica at 14 years old, a motorcycle. So I've been riding motorcycles since I was 14. The biggest motorcycle I ever rode was a Kawasaki 900. Okay, I just went off on a rant just now. So back to this. So I'm inviting you. So if you are interested, just based on what you hear today, and you want to invest and you want to be a part of this project, you know that 2019, you want to change some things about your life. You want to elevate, you want to grow, you want to stand on something that almost broke you, but it didn't. And now you are thriving. I want to hear your story, and I want you to be a part of this project. It's called the Ascension, from Void to Victory. So November 27th at 7 p.m. will be the interest call. So if you are interested in learning more about this project, I want you to inbox me so I can add you to the Facebook group, because the interest meeting will be done in a Facebook group with everybody who is interested. And then we will choose the 12 people, actually, maybe only 5 now, because I have like 7 people interested already. But I will choose the balance to be a part of this project with me. And we're going to be bestsellers next year. Okay, you're going to be a bestseller next year. So thank you for joining. And if this interests you and you didn't hear everything, go back and watch the replay. Go back and just type #replay and just say, I am in, or I am interested, and I will pull your name and put it in the Facebook group so that you can be a part of the interest meeting. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to talking to you guys. I will be doing some more Facebook Lives to just remind you guys about this project. Again, the interest meeting is 2 weeks away. It's Tuesday, November 27th at 7 p.m. The first installments of all the monies, or the first payment for this anthology, is due December 31st. The book is expected to launch June of 2019. All you have to do is write 1 chapter and we got you. We'll do the rest. Of course, you have to have a nice headshot, but that's later down the road. So again, I'm inviting you to be a part of this anthology with me. It's called The Ascension, from Void to Victory. Mark your calendars for November 27th at 7 p.m. But you can't just mark your calendar. You got to let me know that you're interested. So send me a message, link me on Facebook, and I will put you in the group. Thank you for joining. I love you guys. See you later, and we will talk again. Peace out.